Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Lindsay Ward.
I'm John Carlin. Getting right to our top story tonight as more mask mandates lift and people get vaccinated. Life is beginning to return to normal, but there is a lot of confusion as we leave some of the COVID-19 restrictions in the past, or not.
Yes, 10 News reporter McKinley Strother is live in Roanoke. So, McKinley, what's the question a lot of people are left with?
Lindsay, there certainly are a lot of questions, aren't there? Because there are a lot of changes. One of the biggest questions, whether a business can ask for proof of your vaccination by requesting to see your vaccine card. And is that legal?
It's legal for anyone to ask you any questions, sans it being a derogatory comment towards you.
So basically, it's up to you.
I'm not at all opposed to being asked for proof of vaccination.
It's a business, and if that's what they require for me to give, then I'm going to give it to.
Attorney Sarah Luger says there are some stipulations businesses need to keep in mind if they're requiring customers be vaccinated.
As long as it's not on discriminatory bases, which the law has recognized classically, and as of right now, there isn't a law that recognizes that you can discriminate or not discriminate premised on not being vaccinated.
Janet and Richard Burrow are both vaccinated and say asking actually makes them more comfortable.
If I'm in a restaurant and I choose to eat inside, I'd like to know that those that are in there around me are also vaccinated, as well as the workers.
Your vaccine card is part of your medical record, so is asking violating HIPAA?
HIPAA is with respect to medical providers.
Again, Attorney Luger says an everyday person asking questions doesn't violate anything. The governor's team tells me they will not require a vaccine passport, if you will, at the state level, but businesses are free to ask for proof of vaccination.
It's right here.
Yeah. Why do you carry it with you?
Because I feel like right now, especially during the pandemic, people want to feel safe. So this card guarantees that I'm safe.
Not everyone opted out of receiving that vaccine simply because they didn't want it. Some people chose not to get it because of their religion or their disability. Another attorney I talked to today wants to remind businesses that as they make decisions surrounding whether or not they will request vaccine proof, to remember that so that they're not discriminating against certain groups. We're live tonight in Roanoke. I'm McKinley Strother, 10 News, working for you.
We also reached out to the governor's office about what they will do for those who wish to wear a mask once the state of emergency expires. And that's because it's technically illegal for you to wear a mask in public without an order. Now, a spokesperson says they are still working on it, but will make sure if you want to wear one, you can.
Congressman Bob Good received a warning for not wearing a mask on the House floor. It's against House rules not to wear one. Good is getting a warning because it's just his first offense. It happened yesterday. But he released a statement to 10 News saying it's time for House Democrats to put an end to their political theater. Follow the science, remove the masks.
Happening tomorrow, local health leaders are opening the floor to questions from businesses during an early morning town hall. The city and the Roanoke City and Allegheny Health District's director will discuss current cases and vaccination rates, as well as focus on business-related topics. And we have the link on our website. Just log on to WSLS.com. And starting tomorrow, you won't have to wear a mask in Kroger if you are vaccinated. According to the company, many of its employees who are vaccinated will also be able to unmask, but those who are unvaccinated and pharmacy workers will keep theirs on.
Focusing on the future of the Star City's workforce, one of the discussions today from the Roanoke Regional Partnership. During the Virginia Recovery Roundtable series, business leaders looked at ways to get college students and young adults involved in new careers in Roanoke.
Really figuring out how to communicate not just to the students, but also to parents of students about the different opportunities and what that looks like and what how to make those connections early on.
Leaders also looked at ways to bring new businesses to the area. More than $63,000 going to help the Roanoke region's Blue Ridge Land Conservancy. The grant will be used to create a community-based conservation plan. It will also help with assistance for low-income and historically disadvantaged landowners.
People in Danville will no longer see no increase in taxes and may even get money back on their utilities bill. It was all in the budget City Council approved last night. The city was able to buy utilities at a cheaper cost and is passing along a savings of about $10 a month to customers. Other priorities in the budget include building a track at GW High School, constructing the future Riverfront Park, and redeveloping downtown Danville.
We feel like we've done a lot in the past few years to make Danville an attractive place for people to live and work and all that. But we want to, step up that game a little bit. And so there are a lot of opportunities for us to do that. People are seeing Danville as a great choice, and we want to continue that momentum going forward.
Danville's casino played a big part in the budget.
One of the top leaders at Virginia's higher education agency has resigned over the handling of the investigation into racism at Virginia Military Institute. According to the website, Tom Slater, a VMI alum and former Board of Visitors chair, also served on the committee to appoint the current superintendent. In a letter to the governor, Slater said he's resigning over the decision to release the investigation's findings to the public before top school leaders.
VMI is hoping that the report is objective and factual and provides useful recommendations for the Institute to build on our diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts that we've made over the past several years.
VMI is still asking to see the documents before they go public.
Turning now to the forecast, it is the perfect day to be outside, and the warm-up is going to continue. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich joins us now. So, Jeff, it is going to get even hotter if you like today. Just hang on.
Yep, you got that right. Lower 80s today, Lindsay. Middle 80s tomorrow. Near 90 as we head into this upcoming weekend. Your hourly planner this evening showing temperatures feeling quite fine outside. It's going to be fair outside. Temperatures will eventually fall into the low to mid 60s by around 11 or 11:30. Here's a look at the satellite and radar composite. Dry outside for us. The showers are going to stay to the west of us here for the next several days, and that means for us tomorrow a dry day. Temperatures start out 50s and lower 60s with highs in the middle 80s. We're going to see more sunshine than cloud cover on Thursday, and a look ahead to that weekend planner showing temperatures on Friday upper 80s, near 90 Saturday and Sunday. Can't rule out a stray shower or thunder shower this weekend, but a better chance for some cooling thunder showers may move in by the early part of the next work week. Lindsay.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. A local law enforcement leader is finding a new way to connect with the community. Bedford's police chief has started the Cop Talk podcast. He's partnering with a local studio to create weekly episodes with officers from across the country. They plan on discussing a variety of topics, from stories of their time in the force to police reform.
This is just about changing the perception of the public of who the police are so that we can better interact with our public no matter where we are in the United States.
And we'll have a link to the podcast at WSLS.com.
A local hike that was harder than anything else he faced on the Appalachian Trail.
If you want something bad enough, you just got to, go and do it.
One man's emotional journey to climb any mountain in his way.
Something that many people have struggled with this year, their mental health, and now there's a new statewide push for providers to offer better care. The Commonwealth ranks 41st in the U.S. for behavioral health providers, but the Virginia Mental Health Access Program, or VMAP, wants to change that by training providers, especially those who work with children, on how to look for and treat mental health conditions.
As I always say, there is power in every child, and having access to mental health services with a provider they trust is a fundamental part of helping them grow and thrive.
VMAP will also help providers navigate the care available.
The New River Valley wants to hear from you as leaders plan the future of local communities. There's an online platform to give your input. Engage NRV is designed to give everyone a voice. Right now, you can help with the Town of Pulaski's comprehensive plan update and Radford's Eastern Downtown revitalization. Well, coming up, building a home for good, the work completed by volunteers from one local bank that's making the project possible.
A beautiful day to be outside. Temperatures warmer. We had our fair share of blue skies. You're looking at a live picture from our Martinsville New College Institute Skycam. Will let you know when you could hit 90 in Henry County and when you could have some cooling thunder showers coming up.
Well, we continue to make progress on our Home for Good as this year's sponsors are giving time and resources to make this project a success. Today, volunteers from Bank of Botetourt, a returning sponsor, were out at the site working under the house and also framing the walls. Each year, community sponsors and Habitat for Humanity in the Roanoke Valley and WSLS 10 team up to build a home for a local family. Bank of Botetourt team members say giving back is a part of their culture.
We are in the community, we are based in the community, we help our community. We need to show the community that we do not just want their business, we actually care about them as people. We actually care about their housing situations, we care about their children, we care about how they're going to grow up. You know, we're very caring.
Construction is expected to wrap up later this summer.
New tonight at 6. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. That's the motto that got a man through one of the toughest hikes of his life. With the help of a friend, he made his way up to the top of McAfee Knob in a wheelchair. Jared Finstermacher was hit by a truck back in 2016 while cycling across the country. He had a spinal cord injury that left him in a wheelchair. Before the accident, he hiked a third of the Appalachian Trail. This year, he decided to pick up where he left off. He called his friend who lives in Blacksburg for a little help, and thanks to that friend, his dog, and a special off-road wheelchair, all three were able to make it to the peak.
If you want something bad enough, you just got to, go and do it.
Life is a challenge, and I want them to be willing to accept that challenge and move forward past things they think they can't accomplish.
How incredible. His next mission is to hike up the north rim of the Grand Canyon.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
For us today, high pressure ruled the roost and brought us a beautiful day. We do have some rain showers to the west of us, but those are going to stay to the west of us here for the foreseeable future. Tomorrow, we're looking even warmer than today. Middle 80s in the forecast on Thursday, upper 80s as we head into the day on Friday. So the unseasonable warmth that some of us have been waiting a long time for, it's here. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We've got an area of high pressure that will be situated pretty much right overhead. That will be responsible for not only the heat, but also for the dry weather, as all the rain really through the weekend going to stay in areas west of us. It's just going to continue to get wetter out across areas that need not see any more rain. Areas of parts of, say, Texas and Louisiana we'll see in upwards of perhaps an additional 2 to 4 inches of rain here over the next 48 to 60 hours. Eventually, what's west will come east, and by next week, we may have a slightly better chance for a few cooling thunder showers, but it looks like from now through probably Sunday, the chance for rain is pretty small. Now, as far as what your May calendar looks like, we started out with the first 5 days of the month quite warm, but since the 6th, we've been very, very cool. Until today, where temperatures got above normal, reaching 81 degrees. Normal highs are in the upper 70s, so a little bit above average for us here on May the 19th. All right, temperatures for us stand 79 in Roanoke, 82 in Lynchburg. That's the hot spot. 80 in Lexington, 79 in Covington, lower 70s in Wytheville, also into Hillsville and Galax. You're 81 in Danville and also into South Boston. Here's your temperature trend here over the course of the next 7 days, or I should say 5 days. Temperatures are going to continue to go up. I told you we're going to be in the upper 80s Friday, but that's not the hottest day. The hottest days are going to come on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with highs right around 90 degrees. Keep in mind that we may actually stay 90 or above even as we head into the middle of next week. And oh, by the way, not only going to turn pretty hot, but the dew points are going up too. Dew points stay in the 50s for the most part. Dew points could be in the 60s here as we head into this weekend. So we're going to turn more humid as well. It's going to just feel a little stickier outside. It's going to feel a little bit more like summer outside for us here over the course of the next probably 5 to 7 days. All right, so for tonight, pretty mild outside. Skies will be fair or dry. Overnight lows anywhere between 49 and 56. For tomorrow, more sunshine and even warmer. Highs in the mountains tomorrow ranging between about 77 and 84. Outside the mountains, we're 84 to 88. Your extended forecast showing a stray shower or thunder shower possible Saturday and Sunday. Better chances, though, as we head into next week. Hit or miss thunder showers on Monday. A few thunder showers possible as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. But notice even when we have a little more cloud cover and better chances for cooling thunder showers, highs are still going to be right around 90 degrees. Appy.
All right, Jeff, it's setting up to be a big racing weekend at nearby Virginia International Raceway, and a ton of area talent making their next steps known. Signing days are upon us again. Sports is next.
It's really a unique track where it's so flowing, and then they've got like half the track is flat, and then half the track is elevation changes like crazy, and it's every track you go to, there's something special about it. In this place, there is no straightaway. You're on the straightaway, but you're turning basically the entire time. So it's very interesting.
Indeed, 20-year-old Nolan Lampkin, one of dozens of motorcycle road racers making their way down to VIR for this weekend at the Motocross America Championship Series. Lampkin cracked into the top 10 for the first time in 2020. He finished third in Atlanta in the Supercross class last weekend. 3 days of racing beginning on Friday, running through Sunday. Wednesday, not just hump day this week, it's big time signing day. So we visit Christiansburg, Liberty High, and Franklin County. At the home of the Blue Demons, 13 student athletes put pen to paper. 6 baseball players headlined a group that also represented cross country, football, basketball, and soccer. A remarkable group featuring all region and all state honorees that fought through some adversity for the momentous occasion.
I'm just really proud of this senior class because of what they've had to endure over the last 18 to 20 months. And at least we were very happy that they did get to play and participate. And I just think it's a credit to them and their classmates and teammates who stayed in athletics, you know, and persevered through that time frame when they weren't able to play.
Over in Bedford, Liberty High School sending 5 of their own off to the next level. The Minutemen sending a pair to Emory and Henry, Mary Baldwin, Concord, and PHCC, all getting some homegrown talent. Liberty plays in the always competitive Seminole District. Athletic Director Lori Matson credits the school's coaches for the athletic success.
It speaks volumes for our kids and our families, but it also speaks volumes the coaches that we have and what they instill in our athletes each and every day, and the hard work that they continue to put forth despite whatever obstacles are in the way. Their perseverance and dedication and commitment to what they were doing throughout this tough year was amazing to watch.
And at the Eagles Nest in Franklin County, a dozen student athletes signed on to play at the next level. Franklin County looks to be a strong feeder system into the ODAC schools with Ferrum, Randolph-Macon, and Hollins represented, as well as the soon-to-be Division II Emory and Henry. The idea of athletes moving on from Rocky Mount has become both an expectation and an anticipated tradition.
The exciting thing is their teammates that were here today. And I made mention, wait till next year, because we've got some wonderful athletes that came here to support their teammates. So now this is a big expectation. Our kids really look forward to this day. They enjoy supporting their teammates and their friends. So we're real excited that we get to do it.
Indeed, congrats to all, and lots of details on our website, so check it out. Meantime, Duke is hiring Nina King, their first ever female athletic director. We've got play-in games tonight in the Western Conference, and the Hokies women's golf team in the NCAA Championships. That begins Friday in Scottsdale.
Nightly news coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 7.